Hello everybody and welcome back to Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson, and today we are on the other side of our indoor terrace garden here, and what I'm going to be doing today is repotting this beautiful Hoya, which is very long and vining and ready to be put up on a 3-meter high stake. So it goes right to my ceiling and starts vining around the room here. Now this side of the room, as you can see, is quite bare. So this plant is already quite essential here. Now I have a white porcelain pot down here. Inside that, I have a black nursery pot that I've already washed out and filled with soil. So it has my good potting mix together with a lot of perlite to aerate this soil, because this plant doesn't like to get too bogged down. So that is going to be beautiful here. I've already put a hole in the middle of the pot here with the soil around the edge. So it's going to be easy for me to lift this beautiful Hoya out of this pot and place it directly in the middle here, and then put more soil around the edge, which I've also collected and mixed already because I know I'm going to need some more later. Now, to give this an extra beautiful texture, underneath that I want to plant another centerpiece, and as you can see here on the side here on the sofa, I have 3 small pots of this beautiful Peperomia Quito, and it is a lovely dark red burgundy color on all of the leaves, absolutely beautiful, lush, and I just think that is going to make a fantastic contrast with this plant here. So that is going to be an underplanting underneath this vining plant. So basically, let's just get to it. I don't know how pot bound this Hoya is, so I'm going to take it out of this pot, check its roots, see if they need to be pulled out a little bit to help it re-establish itself in the new pot, in the new soil. But also, before I do all of that, it's going to be quite difficult to work with this because I need to get the 3-meter high pole in the middle of this coconut husk stake, so that I have the height. So basically I need to go and get that first. So I have the 3-meter high stake here, and I'm going to have to lean this plant forward, get the stake in the plant, and then kind of sideways get the plant into this pot. So we'll see how we go. I'll try doing that before I do anything else. Get this in here. And I hope this is just going to go in, because that's what I need to happen. We'll see. I'm hoping this pole is hollow, because if it's not, I will have to get another one. So no, that didn't work out. So basically, I have to take all of this plant off this coconut husk stake, so that I can put a new stake in it that I know has a hole all the way through, that I will be able to put straight onto this 3-meter high pole. Then I'll be able to put those in the pot actually first, and then I will be able to take bits of this plant out and plant them around the edge. That's the way I'm going to have to do it. So I will go and get the new stake, moss stake, or maybe 2, just to give it a good starter before it vines up even more. So now these moss stakes are on plastic poles, so they should be much easier for me to fit together and put onto the other metal stake. Maybe it's because I need to cut the top of the husk somehow, or I've got a knife here. Open it up. Because it shouldn't be any problem. It's just getting through the first layer of the top. It must be. So now we can hear that's breaking. So that means I'll be able to get into the middle of this now. Should do. It's proving to be a little bit of hard work, this. Maybe I should do it this way and poke out whatever's in the way. I found what to do. I turned it around and decided, yeah, that's it, to poke out the stake through the top like that. Now, Now I know I've made a hole in that end, I need to do it in the other one too. So I can put these together. This one's got soil in it, so that's going to go everywhere. Anyway, I'll be able to hoover up after. Make that hole first. Pooh! The soil that was in it just went all over the place. So anyway, so now I've got 2 stakes that I can put through here together, just like that. One, and then the other one, which is going to have this piece fit through it as well at the same time. Now, where am I going to get into this husky bit here? Find space, because I just made a hole, so it shouldn't be too big, bad, like that. And then get these 2 bits on each other, like that. Oh, perfect. So now we've got a good start for the plant. Now I can stand this stake up into the pot already in the middle. Or can I? Nothing's going to be easy today. You know what? If I want this to fit, I've got to make a hole in the bottom of the nursery pot. This is turning out to be a little bit more difficult than I was anticipating it all to be today. So I've kind of made a hole, and I hope I'm just going to be able to push this through now without too much problem. I have to stand up for this a little bit. Yes, and perfect. I got it in. There we go. It's all the way up to the ceiling. But my problem now is I need to get it to stay up so that I can start planting this beautiful Hoya round the bottom. So now I need to get this Hoya out of its pot, but before that I do need to clean up some of the dirt around here because I can't be here. Okay, now we're going to start getting this Hoya out of this pot so I can get it into the new pot behind me. So we need to see what's going on inside here, and I'm hoping really that it's not too pot bound because I need to start taking this apart myself after to reposition in the new pot. And it is a bit pot bound. And the problem is it's holding onto the stake and they're all separate plants. So I'm basically going to have to relieve the plant off the stake first. I think I'll start at the bottom so it doesn't just flop out everywhere. See how it's actually not tied anywhere except, oh, there's one here. It's just been like circled all the way around this pole. So it's actually quite easy to get off it. Yeah, just like that. I just need to unravel it. Like this. So I can basically just pull out the pole now, I think. What's going on here? There's a little tiny thing stuck there. Fibre, yeah. I can just basically pull this stake out of this plant quite easily, I can see. That was another one of those that I could have actually put around this. Even though I've got it in place, I think I'm going to do that because this plant is going to enjoy having as much moss pole as possible to climb up. So to be able to get it into the top, into the bottom of the other piece, I'm going to have to make a little incision in this one because that will help the plastic to fold in. More soil all over the place because it's full of soil in the middle here. Yes. Right. So I need to move all this out of the way again to get the pole out again to put one of these in again. Oh, this is not turning out as easy as I thought at all. Right. Anyway, it's got to be done because at the end I want a really good result and it's going to be great. And now this pole doesn't want to come out. I've got to stand up. You know what? That pole is in for life because where I made the cuts, there's a little hack at the bottom of the metal pole that's stuck in under the pot now, so I can't get the pole out. So I'm having to go in from the top to put this one onto this other one here. So I might need to get something to stand on. Right, I hope you can see this. I've got the last piece in now. Now try to get that to go inside this other piece of fibre here. So it all looks like it's one nice piece, as much as possible. Okay, that's worked out well. So now I just basically need to start getting some of this plant in so that I can get the soil around to hold it all in place. So let's get back to where we were with this plant and looking at separating it. It is going to be a pretty difficult job because it's all wound together, and there are 4 beautiful plants that I need to try and get out of this pot. But the pot is proving not to be so easy for me to get these plants out of. I'm trying my best to squeeze it together because I don't want to ruin the roots too much. Oh yes, got it out at last. Oh, it's got lovely roots. It's not pot bound. Lovely, lovely roots. So what I'm just going to have to do is cut into 4 segments to save as many roots on the different plants as possible. But I've just got to somehow get these unraveled as well. But I feel like it's going to be easier to do if I get separate plants. Oh, they're just actually falling away from each other quite easy. Look at this, with roots. That's really nice. Oh, so happy about that. That's made life a little bit easier. There's actually 2 in that. Oh, there's many more plants than I thought. There's 1 here that's easily coming away. Oh, look at this. This is working out perfectly. And 2 more here that are easily coming away from each other as well. Right, perfect. So basically, it's all about unraveling this plant. So let's get to it. This plant has desperately been trying to find somewhere to cling onto, so it's all just wrapped around each other. Now, a job that I thought was going to be quite quick and easy is turning out to be very difficult now because I've got to be so careful. I don't want to snap any of the ends off because I want this growth to continue as it is. But I want them to unravel so that I can put them into place around their nice, new, much taller stake that is perfect for them. This one just snapped off. Oh! It's really not easy at all. Yeah. That little one has just managed to get around everything. And then the big ones have gone around each other here, the thicker stems I mean. But they're coming apart easier now. And then the little one in between is causing a little bit of chaos. Maybe I'll be better off trying to get one from the bottom. No, I'm not. Okay, you're going to have to bear with me because this is going to take some time to unravel. Cue fast forward. I need to turn this around. I cannot see what I'm doing here at all. Right, I'm going to try it from this end, but it is coming a bit difficult. I'm just looking forward to the end result. I know this is all going to be worth it at the end of the day. So what I've found the problem also to be is that some of them aren't just one long vine. Look at this. This is one vine with 3 different branches coming off it. So that is making it a little bit confusing on how I split this or unravel this. But now I know these parts are one. I can put them over here and then move this one around. Right, okay. I've got one plant out now. One plant out, so I've just got to get straight to planting this over in the other pot. I'll just put it and lay it for now because I'm going to have to tie them together exactly as I want them. The stake needs to stay up as well. If that's not going to help me, if it's not going to, I'll put this here. I'll put one of these here for now, just to hold that stake up. Right, I think I've got another plant here too. Wait there, no, something underneath here. Or is that the same plant? No, it's not. So, I've got a second plant here. Great. So basically, I want to put that in on the back side, actually. Oh, I can already see that this beautiful Peperomia Quito is going to be so nice in the bottom as I did that. So that's another plant. I need to lay that over there for now. So that's there, that's two. Stay up, stake. Stay up. Thank you. Right. Another one here. Coming out. This is quite a long one. Oh, and this has got two branches. That's really nice. So this one is going to go here at the front. Is this one or is this two? This is two more, a little one and a bigger one. So this little one I'm going to put at the back between these other ones. And then I've got space for this lovely long one with big leaves to put at the front. So that is actually all of the pieces of the plant in place. I now need to put some soil around and then start staking this beast up. So this is where I start tying up this lovely Hoya onto the stake with more fibre that's the same colour, easy to tie off, quick and easy. So let's get to it. I'm going to do that first before I start putting the stake more into place and more soil around the bottom. It's going to be easy to have the vines up out of the way first. So more twine and we're ready for the next level. Some of the smaller ones I'll leave for now. I just want to get these all the way up here first so that they're all the way around the stake on all sides. A little bit of twine here. And this is not the final level. It's going to have another one, I can see. And that was the next one. And now I can go in and tie here where there are some more small ones coming out to keep those together. So this plant is already around 2 meters, 10 centimeters or 20 centimeters as well. So fantastic. So now all these small little leaves that I can see growing up here can grow out big, and as it's vining up now, it should get some nice bigger leaves on it, and that is just going to be wonderful. I have one more layer I need to tie up. I'm really glad that I put these 3 moss stakes together into this now. And as I said, don't worry about it tipping over and all that. I haven't put any more soil in the bottom yet. So I will start putting the soil in the bottom now. And then when I'm finished with that, I'm going to pull out the leaves, cut off the ends of these strings that I've tied it up with, and have a look at the final result. But we need to carry on first, sorting out the soil and putting the pole in place. So this is just turning out beautifully and going really well. All the Hoyas are in, staked up. I just need to sort out the leaves. I just need to cut off these extra bits of string. But before I do all that, I still have these beautiful Peperomia Quito to plant around the bottom to give an extra piff of colour. This dark green and the shape of these leaves against this lovely burgundy plant is gonna be beautiful. So I'm gonna break them up and get them put in here. Now I just need to find out which plant I think should go to the front. And I think I'm gonna go for this one. And I'm hoping I can split it in two because it will be really nice if I can get 6 pieces all the way around. We'll see. Get this out of its pot and see what's going on. Okay, is it one plant or is it more? Take some of the excess soil from around the top away. There's a lot of that. It is one root ball, but I'm sure that I can go in and just cut down the middle with a knife and get 2 out of it. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's just see if this is going to work out. Cut it down the middle. Oh dear. People out there are going to be screaming at me like, you can't do that. It's only one root ball. Well, I found that plants are extremely resilient, extremely forgiving. If you can just find, I'm going to go in from the bottom and see if I can see what's going on even more. Ah, there's a little plug here. Okay, so all that soil around there, hiding a little plug. Aha, yes, well, in that little plug, there are a few plants, so I could just basically take this plug thing off. Look at that. Take that out. And now I can see if there's more than one. And I think so. I'm just going to cut down the middle and test this. And then I'm going to plant them. I'm going to lose a lot of leaves here. But in the end, I'll gain 2 plants. And I will get more leaves again because they're resilient. So nice and easy to do right now because the soil's soft. It's only just been put in here, so it's easy to get your plant, put the soil around, push it down and say, that's it. That's your chance to grow and be nice. Turn the pot a little bit around. Put it in here. There's the beautiful plant, Peperomia Quito. And there we go, that one's in as well. So now I have a few more spaces and I need to make 2 more. So I'll put those in, and all the other leaves I am going to put in as propagations. Have you ever seen anyone as crazy as me? Probably not, but that's the way I work sometimes. So now what I want to do is start chopping off some of these extra pieces of string here. Don't want to look at those either. So that's it. This beautiful pot has been potted up and this wonderful white colour accentuates the colour of both of these beautiful plants here. So above this beautiful Hoya with these beautiful dark green leaves with this lovely round shape, and then that underplanted with this absolutely fabulous Peperomia Quito with this beautiful burgundy colour. And look at the difference, look at the contrast between the white, the burgundy and the green. It looks absolutely gorgeous together. This is a fantastic combination. I'm so glad I did this. And now this is going to trail up this plant as an absolute thriller all the way to the ceiling and then around the wiring around the room. It's so beautiful. I'm so glad I found it. I'm so glad I found these plants and that I came upon this beautiful combination together. So now I have 2 plants in one, saved a little bit of space, have a beautiful display to look at all the time, and extended our indoor terrace garden over to the other side of our sofa and where we have our TV. I do have many more plants along the edge of the wall. but I needed something here, and now we have space for a little table here to have our tea on and whatever when we're sitting watching the TV, and I can now just sit and enjoy watching these plants grow. Absolutely beautiful. Now I'm ready to take you in for a closer look. So all that's left for me to say now is thank you very much for watching Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when my next video will be uploaded. And I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Goodbye.